Welcome to our in-depth technical analysis of WOK, a NASDAQ-listed stock that has experienced dramatic price movements over the last 3 months. In this video, we'll break down the key technical indicators, examine historical price action, and uncover what the numbers reveal about WOK's recent performance. Whether you're an investor, trader, or just curious about market dynamics, this report will provide valuable insights into the forces shaping WOK's trajectory. Let's start by setting the stage with a quick overview of the stock's recent journey and why it's caught the attention of market watchers. As of December 11, 2025, WOK is trading at just 0.19 per share. This is a staggering drop from its highs earlier in the quarter. Such a low price often signals extreme volatility or significant negative sentiment in the market. We'll explore what led to this sharp decline and how it's reflected in the technical indicators. Understanding the current price is crucial, as it sets the context for interpreting the rest of the data and the potential risks and opportunities ahead. Looking back over the last 3 months, WOK's price action has been nothing short of dramatic. The stock traded as high as $91.20 in late September, only to plummet below $1 by December. Such a rapid decline is rare and often points to extraordinary events such as company-specific news, market panic, or liquidity issues. The historical data shows a series of sharp drops with little recovery, indicating sustained selling pressure and possibly a loss of investor confidence. Moving averages are essential tools for identifying trends and smoothing out price fluctuations. For WOK, the short-term simple and exponential moving averages, SMA and EMA, have all trended sharply downward. For example, the 5-day SMA is at 4.23, while the 200-day EMA is a staggering 115.94. Highlighting the extent of the recent collapse. The wide gap between short and long-term averages signals a strong bearish trend and a lack of upward momentum. Exponential moving averages, EMAs, react more quickly to recent price changes. WOK's EMAs, especially the longer periods like EMA 200 at 115.94, are far above the current price, underlining the severity of the decline. The divergence between short-term and long-term EMAs is a classic sign of a strong downtrend, with little evidence of reversal. This suggests that any rallies have been short-lived and quickly overwhelmed by selling. Volume tells us how actively a stock is being traded. WOK's recent sessions saw a massive spike in volume, especially on days when the price collapsed. For example, over 130 million shares traded on December 10, compared to much lower volumes in previous weeks. High volume during a price crash often indicates panic selling or forced liquidation, which can accelerate declines and make recovery more difficult. Volatility indicators like ATR and NATR are off the charts for WOK. The 14-day ATR is 1.54, but the NATR is an astonishing 809.48, reflecting extreme price swings. True volatility is also listed at 809.48, confirming the wild fluctuations. Such high volatility makes the stock risky for most investors, as prices can move dramatically in either direction within a single session. The RSI is a momentum oscillator that measures the speed and change of price movements. For WOK, the 14-day RSI is at 28.52, well below the typical oversold threshold of 30. This suggests that the stock is deeply oversold, but in such extreme downtrends, oversold conditions can persist for extended periods without a meaningful bounce. The MACD is another key momentum indicator. WOK's MACD is negative at -1.27, with the signal line at -1.51. The histogram is slightly positive, but overall momentum remains negative. The MACD momentum value of -0.149 and a momentum 10 of -4.16 further confirm that downward pressure is dominating, with little sign of reversal. Bollinger Bands help visualize volatility and potential price extremes. WOK's upper band is at 7.31, the middle at 4.61, and the lower at 1.9. The current price is well below the lower band, indicating an extreme move. The band width is 1.17 and the BB position is -31.62. Which is highly unusual and suggests the stock is trading far outside its normal range. Technical analysis often looks at support and resistance levels to gauge where prices might pause or reverse. For WOK, the pivot point is at 0.71, with resistance at 1.26 and support at -0.36. The current price is far below these levels, indicating that traditional support has failed and the stock is in uncharted territory. This lack of support increases the risk of further declines. WOK's trend strength score is 5.47, and the trend quality index is a high 344.72. These values suggest that the current trend is not only strong but also persistent. The MA alignment of further confirms the bearish alignment of moving averages, reinforcing the overall negative outlook. Volume-based indicators like OBV, AD, and Chaikin oscillator are all deeply negative for WOK. The OBV is at minus 135 million, and the AD at minus 133 million, reflecting heavy distribution and sustained selling. These indicators confirm that sellers are in control, and there's little evidence of accumulation or buying support. Stochastic indicators help identify overbought or oversold conditions. WOK stock K14 is at 25.53 and stock D14 at 33.42, both in oversold territory. The stock RSIK is at 0, an extremely rare reading, suggesting the stock is as oversold as it gets. However, in strong downtrends, these signals can persist without triggering a reversal. The Arun indicator measures the strength of trends. WOK's Arun down is at 100, while Arun up is at 72, resulting in an Arun oscillator of minus 50. This configuration signals a dominant downtrend, with new lows being made consistently and little upward momentum to counteract the decline. WOK's risk-reward ratio is a massive 276.95, which is highly unusual. This suggests that while the potential reward from a rebound could be large, the risks are enormous. Such a high ratio often occurs when prices have fallen so far that even a small bounce would represent a large percentage gain, but the probability of further losses remains high. The 52-week high for WOK is an incredible $844.63, while the low is 0.161. The current price is just above the all-time low, placing it at 0.0035 of its 52-week range. This dramatic fall from grace is a red flag for investors, as it suggests either a catastrophic event or a complete loss of confidence in the company. WOK's daily return is %, one of the most severe drops possible. The cumulative RSI is minus 2,193.59, and the momentum score is minus 33, all pointing to relentless downward movement. Such extreme negative readings are rare and typically signal either a major company crisis or a technical breakdown in the stock. Linear regression helps identify the overall direction and strength of a trend. For WOK, the slope is, and the predicted value is, with a deviation % of minus 101.38. These numbers confirm a strong and accelerating downtrend, with the regression line pointing sharply lower and actual prices falling even faster than the trend predicts. Bringing all the technical indicators together, WOK presents a textbook case of a collapsing stock. Every major indicator, moving averages, momentum, volume, volatility, and trend strength, points to a severe and ongoing downtrend. The technical score is 100, but in this context it reflects the completeness of the data, not a positive outlook. Investors should approach with extreme caution. In conclusion, WOK's technical analysis reveals a stock in crisis, with little sign of stabilization. The combination of collapsing price, extreme volatility, and negative momentum suggests that risks far outweigh potential rewards at this stage. For traders, such setups may offer opportunities for short-term speculation, but for investors, the prudent approach is to wait for clear signs of recovery before considering entry. Always remember, technical analysis is just one tool. Combine it with fundamental research for a complete picture.